Hey everyone, it's James again from Palmerhampton Fab Labs. Today I'm going to show you how to create a vector cut file for your LC40 using Tinkercad. This is actually a really cool feature. I've had a lot of teachers approach me at orientations and ask, hey, I want to be able to cut out a perfect circle around an object I engraved, or I want to cut a perfect square, I want to cut a frame out, so this is how we can do it. So as always, I usually have something loaded here. We're going to delete that and we're going to work from scratch. The first thing I'm going to do is drag a box in. Now, after I do that, I'm going to go to Edit Grid. Now I can set this to inches or millimeters. It really depends on how you want to set this. I want to do inches because I like working with inches when it comes to doing cuts. So let's make this a 5 by 7. Now I have a 5 by 7 block here. It is a three-dimensional block. However, when I export this block, it will be a two-dimensional cut. So it's basically going to take the top view here and just trace the outline of it. So I'm going to show you. We're going to go to Export. I'm going to click it over here in the top right. And this is what you would usually click if you were doing a 3D print, right? Well, we're going to go down to laser cutting. We're going to hit SVG. Down here, it will download. We're going to open it. Then it's really hard to see, but there's a very faint blue line here. Might even be purple. I'm not going to be specific about what color it is, but it is very faint. So keep that in mind, that when you load this into your workspace on your Dremel software, it's going to be kind of hard to see unless you have a contrasting background. All right, so like I said, just to review that, just because it's a three-dimensional object doesn't mean it's going to come out wonky. It's just going to be the top view. Now let's do some circles. We're not going to do a cylinder. We're going to scroll down to a tube. I'm going to set the tube there. Just like our funnel, we're going to increase the sides to 64. So now I have a somewhat smooth tube there. Okay, we're going to click that again. My wall thickness. This is going to change the thickness of that wall there. And look how thin that is. That's perfect. Okay. So what if I want to make another circle, but slightly bigger? Because this is a 1 by 1. I'll show you. 1 by 1. So let's step it up to 2. Oops. By 2. Okay. We'll move it in here. Look at that. I bet I got it perfectly centered. I did. And then we're going to duplicate this. Remember to duplicate. It's either Control D, or you go up to the top here and it says duplicate and repeat. Alright, so for my duplicate, if it wants to cooperate, we're going to get a 3 by 3. And we'll move this over here. I didn't get this one centered. Now I did. Just to make sure it's centered, we're going to select all objects. We're going to hit the Align tool. Wham bam. It is centered. So if I were to export this as an SVG, this is what it would look like. It almost looks like a target. So that's how you can get perfect circles. Well, I should say almost perfect circles, because as you can tell, the lines are a little wonky because you can't get a perfect smooth shape here, but that's okay. It looks pretty good. Just a heads up, when you do laser cut this stuff, it might do 2 passes on whatever material that you're doing. If you want to avoid this, you set the passes to 0, and it will only do its first pass, its only logical pass, and then it'll stop. However, if you want to get a nice clean cut, I would let it run its course and do the 2 passes by having the number of passes set to 1. I know that's confusing, but we will go over that in another video where I talk about the settings in the Dremel software. Alright guys, well, this is it. I hope you enjoy. Have fun tinkering. I will make this file public and we will share this video.